The great equalizer. Bow hunting's fun, but there comes a day where the great equalizer is just as fun. So, like I've done many years before, I have corn and soybeans side by side here. I say the bucks gravitate toward the corn. We'll see if I'm right.
Realtree's Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by Ozonics, Redneck Blinds, Wasp Archery, Spot Hog Releases, RTP Outdoors, America's Best Bowstrings, Hoyman Tree Saws, and Realtree.
Here it is, the second day of shotgun season here in Iowa. We're back to the Chainsaw Massacre farm. This is where the two bucks were locked up here. And we've actually seen both of those bucks, not personally, but on trail cam. The one right here by this locust, so they're both doing just fine and well, so glad to see that. So our plan was to hunt the farms that are getting the most gun pressure around them, and this farm's one of those. So we're hoping to catch maybe a buck that we didn't know about that gets pushed in. A lot of guys do deer drives in this area, which it's an effective way to hunt. We don't hunt that way, but that's fine. But, maybe they'll push something in we didn't know about. The other thing is we thought, before they start to feel that gun pressure, we can catch them basically unpressured, move into these food sources, before they start to go more nocturnal. The thing we don't have working for us today is the weather. It's like high 40s, so for a late season hunt where you're just hunting bed to food, it's not ideal, but it shouldn't really affect us. That last 30 or 45 minutes should still be good. There's two bucks in here that I think we could see, or have a decent chance of seeing. There's a 6x7 in here. Chocolate antlered buck, he's a really cool buck. And then that split G2 buck that I've talked about before in here, he's still in here. The one that did disappear is the one that had the split 2s and 3s. We haven't seen anything out of him since like middle of October, so I'm not sure what happened to that deer. But so at least we got a couple of targets that we know about, and hopefully something that we don't know about will be in here. But we'll sit in here for a couple hours and see what happens. Something's bumping. That's early, like 3:20, we're already seeing deer. That's a good sign. Those does act like something's bumping them right there. I'm waiting for a buck to pop out. Man, they're putting on a mega move already. It's not even 4 o'clock and they're just filing out. This is why you do all the work. Have the food on your farm and all that kind of stuff. This is better than watching any movie I can think of. Being in the great outdoors and watching this is awesome. We just need the right buck to pop out now. Heart's beating already. That's the one we were talking about, that 6x7. and he's headed this way, boy. He's gotta be right in there between that corner. Nice. You want him there? Yep. Whoa, man, I got more nerves than bow hunting right there. Whew. That was one of the deer we were hoping to see in here, that 6x7. Chocolate antlered. He looked like he was a little either run down or hurt or something. We'll have to watch the footage, but I seen him jump, so I'm sure I hit him. And they're all standing way down. There's a good buck down there. I'm just gonna go nudge those dudes around. It's only 4:20. It's still a whole nother hour till dark. That's crazy. We've seen all those. They just put on a mega move, which is a little bit surprising because it's warm. Like I was saying, it's, I don't know, high 40s. Deer everywhere. I might sit in here and see if I can get a couple of does. This is typically when I do my doe management during gun season here, so if I was quick, I could have got one right there, but we'll see here. Maybe we'll get some more stuff moving around.
That's the deer that was just out here, one. The biggest one up till the one you shot.
Yeah, it is. Next one up should be that one with the tall brows. There he is right there coming up the terrace. That's a pretty buck, ain't he?
Yep.
That's gonna be a big old dude. Man, is he ever gorgeous. I got 3 years of history with that buck. That's the other one we talked about. We got in here, that split G2 buck. Oh, hunted what, 35 days with a bow. Never laid eyes on him or this 6x7. We just couldn't get a shooter in front of us. That's the way the rut is, it seems like, you know. They're so haphazard. Early and late almost seems like better when you've got, you know, food. Man, he's a beauty. Look at that. Standing right underneath the tree stand. Well, we had an opportunity to slip out of there. So we went ahead and got out of there. So we've got that split G2 buck back in there. We don't want to booger him up, so we're just going to go back, wait till dark, and then drive the truck up there. Because he's just waiting in the timber. He wants to feed up in there. But one of the best hunts I've had in a couple of years at least. Few years. Had deer everywhere. Fun night. Take a look, see if we can find some blood. we did watch that footage back. It looked like the shot was right in there, so I'd be surprised if he made it much past this pond right here, but we'll still try and get on blood here if we can. Hey, sure enough, that's what we were seeing. From over there, you can see his white belly stripe. Good big deer. Look at that thing. Ooh. Now let's take a look at him here. Well, here he is. We had just a little bit of trouble finding him there, but we finally spotted his white belly. We could see from the other side of the ditch right there. Couldn't find much of a blood trail, but walked right up to him here. Gorgeous buck. Not often you get 7 typical points on one side. That's pretty cool. And I didn't even notice he had a little split right there on that too. Real short 2s. 3's a little better, but what a cool buck. And he looks pretty darn old to me. I wonder what he is. It'd be interesting. We'll send his teeth in as well and get him aged, but he's one that just showed up about the end of the rut. He came in, we started getting pictures of him, and he was one we wanted to target along with that split G2 buck. So awesome evening. One of the best I can remember. Awesome hunt. Beautiful weather as well. 45 degrees or so. Heck of a good day, boys. Can't wait to do it again. Here we go.